Alaska, where there are old triumphs, but also new frontiers, with challenges as great as the state itself, but a belief that the best is yet to come, bringing you the faces, the places, and the spirit of the last frontier. This is Frontiers.
And welcoming you back. With so many major cruise ship companies canceling their voyages to Alaska this summer, towns around the state are now bracing for that ripple effect to their local economies. In this week's Frontiers, KTVA's Heather Hensey looks at how companies in Talkeetna are handling the season of change and why they're banking on Alaskans to get them through.
Summertime usually brings in thousands of tourists who flock to tiny downtown Talkeetna. They explore the area by boat and plane and hope to get a glimpse of the high one. But with the coronavirus pandemic, Talkeetna is a veritable ghost town.
So I think this summer is going to be a Talkeetna that I have never seen before.
Ashley Kaso worked for Talkeetna River Guides for more than a decade before taking ownership of the company last year. The rafting business depends almost solely on clients from cruise ship companies. Ashley says most independent bookings have canceled, and she hasn't hired any of the 25 workers she normally employs. The uncertainty of the season is daunting.
You know, for us, when you're a seasonal business, it's a huge hit. If everything goes back to normal in the fall, it's too late for us. We don't have the option of opening. Our season ends typically September 15th, so we're waiting out until 2021.
It's not just the lack of cruise ship customers impacting business around town. Normally, May is the beginning of climbing season. People from around the world come to Talkeetna before flying out to Denali Base Camp. Last year, more than 1,200 people set their sights on North America's highest summit. This year, the entire climbing season is suspended.
It is a big ripple effect because climbing season usually happens about now. This past weekend would have been when we put in base camp. So it would have been pretty flowing, whereas the tourist season will happen later. So it really is the big kickoff to Talkeetna.
Talkeetna Air Taxi not only shuttles climbers to base camp, but also takes tourists flight seeing through the Alaska Range. Most of their aircraft are sidelined right now as cancellations keep pouring in. Their typical summer crew of about 55 people has been cut to just 4.
We have a nice fraternity of pilots that come back here every year, some are on all year, and we've had to basically, pull them off the payroll and come to the most, basically the most minimum crew that we can figure we can run this on this summer.
Lodging operators are also preparing for an empty summer.
I don't have any bookings for May right now. I'd say I've lost 3/4 of my June reservations, maybe half of my July and August reservations.
Bill Rodwell bought the Talkeetna cabins 2 years ago. He's also the president of the Talkeetna Chamber of Commerce. Instead of counting on visitors from outside, Bill says this could be the summer for Alaskans to travel.
So we are exploring with the different entities throughout the state ways that we all will be marketing for in-state tourism, as long as it's safe to do so.
Nagley's store has been a Talkeetna staple for nearly 100 years. The owner is also hoping local travelers make the journey north.
We're not in panic mode yet. We're still okay. It's just looking to the summer and beyond the summer. If it continues like this, it gets a little bit more scary.
But business owners know Alaskans are hurting too. Many people are unemployed because of the coronavirus shutdown, or people are pinching their pennies to get by.
I feel like Alaskans are feeling the strain in tourism and oil. So I'm not sure how many Alaskans are going to have the extra income to be traveling also. And we're aware of that.
Some companies are writing off the 2020 season as a loss and will do what they can to get by. The bigger concern is how tourism will be impacted next year. Businesses that may be able to survive one summer might not make it through a second one like this. But some are cautiously optimistic.
We're, hopeful that next year, will be a robust year. But this year, all indications are showing it's going to be pretty quiet.
We'll weather this storm. Alaskans are resilient. Talkeetnans are awesome. We'll figure it out.
It will be a balance between managing the health and safety of the community and the need for revenue to make it through a scant summer season. In Talkeetna, Heather Hensey, KTVA 11 News.
Indeed, a report from the Alaska Travel Industry Association shows nearly 240,000 people visited Talkeetna in 2016.